Hello everyone. Hola a todos and welcome, bienvenidos, to the first online bilingual story time here at the Putnam County District Library. I am Addie, me llamo Addie, and I am very happy to have you joining me for our bilingual story time. So I always like to begin my story times with the Eyes Are Watching song. So if you know it, please help me out. You can sing, you can do the hand motions. Let's sing it together. And if you don't know it yet, you can learn it because it's really easy. Okay? It goes like this. Eyes are watching, ears are listening, mouth is closed, hands are still, feet are very quiet. You should really try it. Listening well, listening well. How did we do? Can we try it all together again one more time? Okay. Eyes are watching, ears are listening, mouth is closed, hands are still, feet are very quiet. You should really try it. Listening well, listening well. Muy bien. Very good. Y ahora vamos a practicar en español. And now we are going to practice it in Spanish. It goes like this. Vamos a mirar, vamos a escuchar con boca cerrada y manos tranquilas, los pies quietos, debéis probarlo. Escuchen bien, escuchen bien. Okay, una vez más, one more time, todos juntos, everyone together. Vamos a mirar, vamos a escuchar con boca cerrada y manos tranquilas, los pies quietos, debéis probarlo. Escuchen bien, escuchen bien. Okay, we can practice that next week too. I'd like to sing another song, but first we are going to practice counting. Can we count to 10 in English together? Let's try. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good. Y ahora, and now, vamos a contar en español. We are going to count in Spanish to 10. It goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, una vez más. One more time. Let's practice together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good. Y ahora vamos a cantar. We are going to sing a fun song. It goes like this. 2 little hands, 10 little fingers, 2 little hands, 10 little fingers, 2 little hands, 10 little fingers, count them all with me. 1, 2, 3 little fingers, 4, 5, 6 little fingers, 7, 8, 9 little fingers, and one more makes 10. Let's do it one more time. 2 little hands, 10 little fingers, 2 little hands, 10 little fingers, 2 little hands, 10 little fingers, count them all with me. 1, 2, 3 little fingers, 4, 5, 6 little fingers, 7, 8, 9 little fingers, and one more makes 10. Very good. Y ahora en español. And now in Spanish. Va así. It goes like this. Dos manitas, 10 deditos. Dos manitas, 10 deditos. Dos manitas, 10 deditos. Cuéntalos conmigo. 1, 2, 3 deditos. 4, 5, 6 deditos. 7, 8, 9 deditos y uno más son 10. Otra vez más. Todos juntos, cantando, cantando. Everyone together, singing. Okay? Dos manitas, 10 deditos. Dos manitas, 10 deditos. Dos manitas, 10 deditos. Cuéntalos conmigo. 1, 2, 3 deditos. 4, 5, 6 deditos. 7, 8, 9 deditos y uno más son 10. How did we do? Did you like that song? It's one of my favorites. We can practice that one again too in another story time. Okay, it's time to read. Es el momento de leer. So the story, el cuento de hoy, today, is Little Red Riding Hood, or La Caperucita Roja. It goes like this. Once upon a time, there was a sweet little girl who was loved by everyone who looked at her. And most of all, she was loved by her abuela, her grandmother, abuela. Once, she gave her a little capa, a cape, made out of red velvet. And after that, she was always called La Caperucita Roja, Little Red Riding Hood. One day, her mother said to her, "Come, Caperucita Roja, here is a basket filled with food. Take it to your abuela. She is ill and weak, and they will do her good. Do not run off the path, and when you arrive, be sure to remember to say good morning." "I will be very careful," promised La Caperucita Roja. The abuela lived in the wood, and just as La Caperucita entered the trees, she encountered un lobo, a wolf, un lobo. La Caperucita did not know what a wicked creature the wolf was, el lobo. So she was not afraid of him at all. He said, "Good day, Caperucita Roja." She replied, "Thank you kindly, Lobo." "Where are you off to so early?" he asked. "To the house of my abuela." "And where does your abuela live, Caperucita?" "Oh, 15 minutes from here, in a house under a large oak tree," La Caperucita Roja said. The Lobo thought to himself, "What a delicious young creature. She will be better to eat than the abuela. I must be clever so that I can catch both." He walked for a short time with La Caperucita, and then he said, "See how pretty the flowers are about here? Why don't you stop and look around?" La Caperucita looked, and when she saw the sunbeams dancing here and there through the trees and flowers growing everywhere, she thought, suppose I take some flowers to mi abuela. That would please her, and I have plenty of time. And so she ran from the path into the woods to look for flowers and quickly lost herself in the picking. Meanwhile, the lobo ran straight to the house of the abuela and knocked at the door. "Who is there?" came a voice from inside. "It is la Caperucita Roja," replied El Lobo. "She is bringing some delicious food. Please open the door." "Come in, granddaughter," called out the abuela. "I am too weak and cannot get up." El Lobo opened the door, and without saying a word, he went straight to the bed of the abuela, picked her up, and threw her in the closet. Then he put on her clothes, dressed himself in her cap, laid himself in bed, and drew the curtains. La Caperucita Roja, however, had been running about, picking flowers, when she had gathered so many that she could not carry a single one more. She suddenly remembered her abuela and left on her way to her abuela's house. She was surprised to find the cottage door standing open, and she went into the room, and she had a strange feeling that something was not right. She called out, "Good morning," but received no answer. So she went to the bed and drew back the curtains. There lay her abuela with her cap pulled far over her face and looking very strange. "Oh, abuela, what big ears you have! The better to hear you with, my dear." "But, abuela, what big eyes you have! The better to see you with, my child." "Oh, but abuela, what a terrible big mouth you have! The better to eat you with," the lobo shouted. Just then, a huntsman was passing the house, and he heard the shout of the lobo. He came in to investigate, and realizing very quickly what was going on, he managed to hit the lobo with the butt of his gun and knock him out cold. Just then, La Caperucita Roja thought she heard a noise and ran to the closet and opened the door and discovered her abuela. So the huntsman, La Caperucita, and the abuela all began arguing, trying to decide what to do with the unconscious lobo. Their voices awoke the lobo, and when he saw the huntsman's gun, he jumped up and ran out the window, never to be seen again. The abuela ate the food that Caperucita had brought her, and she grew strong and healthy again. But La Caperucita thought to herself, "As long as I live, I will never leave the path to run into the wood when my mother has forbidden me to do so." The end. El fin. What do we think of this story? Is it a good one? Little Red Riding Hood learned a lesson that day, didn't she? To listen to her mother. So, the next thing on our plan today is to sing another song. And to help us, we have, he hopped out of my fingers, My Little Araña Pequeñita, the Itsy Bitsy Spider. Can we sing his song together? Let's do it. The itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. And the itsy bitsy spider went up the spout again. Very good. Now, let's sing it in español. Cantemos en español. La canción va así. The song goes like this. La araña pequeñita subió, subió, subió. Vino la lluvia y se la llevó. Salió el sol y todo lo secó. Y la araña pequeñita subió, subió, subió. Otra vez juntos. Can we do it together again? Let's try it. La araña pequeñita subió, subió, subió. Vino la lluvia y se la llevó. Salió el sol y todo lo secó. Y la araña pequeñita subió, subió, subió. Very good. Muy bien hecho. Y ahora, and now, we are out of time. It is time to say goodbye. How do we say goodbye en español? ¿Cómo se dice goodbye en español? Se dice adiós. Can you say that? Adiós. Adiós. We have a song for that too. But first, we'll sing one in English, and then we'll learn it in Spanish. So the song in English goes like this. It's time to say goodbye to our friends. It's time to say goodbye to our friends. We can clap. It's time to say goodbye. It's time to say goodbye. It's time to say goodbye to our friends. Ok, y ahora vamos a aprender en español. Va así, it goes like this. Es hora de decir adiós. Es hora de decir adiós. Es hora de decir, es hora de decir, es hora de decir adiós. Thank you for attending my bilingual story time today. I hope that you will come and attend some of the others that we will be posting. I am also going to post some of our songs and our finger plays that we do in separate videos so that you can practice the songs at home even when we are not doing a story time. Okay, I am also going to publish some resources for you included on this video so that you can practice your Spanish online as well. Thank you for coming. Gracias por venir. Y adiós, amigos.